Bennick and Gavin Towers in a moment.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. The gate is down on Mini Senior 1, and from the inside, Vincent Way, far inside, keeping it clean around turn number 1, and the number 27's got your early lead.
Yeah, this is a class where Vincent Way has struggled this week. 412 in the Moto so far, so maybe a little bit out of it, but these results have also been all over the place. Cole Blecka coming in with 3-5 scores with a chance at winning this championship. But man, oh man, Vincent Way, as he hangs off the back of that Husqvarna, has got the early race lead.
Taking a look now, I believe that's the number 52 fighting in second place. Caleb Wood there in the third place spot. Wood, we saw earlier, have a strong performance. Whoa, getting a little crazy there coming through the commandments.
All of them are getting crazy, man. They're trying to get paddled through this inside line before the commandments. Got a couple guys held up, just trying to spin the bike around and get out of that deep inside rut. But everyone else so far making it fairly cleanly through, which is always tough to do on these smaller machines, on the Mini Senior 1s here.
And watching as the rest of the field makes their way out of the commandments, back up to the front, there is Vincent Way on the number 27, almost coming to a complete stop. Look at how deep that is. That's a GNCC rut right there. Almost coming to a complete stop, having to lift the legs up off the pegs. And the 52 hot on the heels as well.
Was 52 the Mini Senior 2
yes,
winner?
Yes.
By a long shot.
DePino, I believe.
DePino.
And then there is Caleb Wood knocking on the door as well. We know Caleb feeling good about this. Impressive for them to get the bike ready in that
All right, thanks,
round.
guys. Good stuff there in that mini class. We'll get back to it in a second. I want to give a bronze medal out to Daxton Bennick. Let's hear it for third. Who do you want to thank real quick here for a pretty good run in this class?
Lord Jesus Christ, the whole Montreal Star Racing Yamaha team, my mechanic Morgan, the engine builder Georgie, Swanee, my trainer, and just everyone at home watching. Thank you very much.
Got one more, right?
Yeah, I'm setting 1-1 in that one, so just looking to ride it home. The conditions are pretty gnarly today, obviously, so yeah, couldn't see past the third lap. So.
But imagine. All right, let's hear it for Dax Bennick taking third in this Moto. And now we want to bring up our second place finisher in the Moto and Mr. Consistency throughout the week. And he was digging deep for these Moto finishes. And now we get to crown him the Pro Sport champion. First title ever at Loretta's, Gavin Towers. I'm going to hand the number 1 plate over here from the AMA. And there's our number 1 plate. Yeah. There it is. All right, GT, I know you were bummed at the end of a lot of the motos this week. You didn't want to make excuses, but whatever you did to dig deep and get the finishes you got, 3-3-2, it did it. It got the job done. All that work paid off.
Oh my gosh, that was the most stressful. I mean, 15 minutes, that felt like freaking 30 plus 2, but I don't even know what to say. Like, I thought this, going into this week and how we started, I thought this would never happen. And you know, last year was my first Moto win. I still only have one, but now we finally have a number 1 plate down here. Man, this is surreal. I don't even know what to say. Like, I just can't thank my family and Danny, Ed, and Jake, ACL. And if you would have told me at Gatorback that I'd be sitting here with number 1 plate, man, I probably would have just slapped you because I would have been so pissed that you told me that, because I definitely was not thinking that. But then I started getting healing, and I pretty much told my mechanic if I get healed in time, I'm not letting anybody win a championship. So I'm just happy to finally deliver to my team, who they deserve it. As much as we all work hard, and I just can't thank them enough. Like, it's awesome. They deserve it just as much as my family and I do. It's awesome. I'm so happy to finally deliver. We finally can put the bike up in the shop, and I'm so pumped.
Let's hear it for our national champ of 250 Pro Sport, Gavin Towers. Lux Turner, I got to give a whole shot award to. You can hang out here as long as you want, Gavin. There is champagne down there. This one's going to be yours. I got to get it back up to the tower, though. Shout out to Lux Turner for the Stasic whole shot award, and you guys take it away.
All right, thanks, Jason. We're looking back out. It is Vincent Way leading the way, running a 2:24 on that last lap. Kevin DePino checks in second. Caleb Wood in third. Then Austin Kama and Kane Balacina rounding out the top 5.
Yeah, on your screen right there, we're looking at the 19 of Austin Camden as he's working his way around. 4th place after the first lap and starting to maybe run away a little bit from the riders behind him and try to close that gap down to Caleb Wood. But Kevin DePino, as you guys were talking about, he won that Mini Senior 2 Moto a little bit earlier today, so maybe these conditions suiting DePino on the 52 machine a little bit better.
Yeah, absolutely. Another familiar face, the 41 of Caleb Wood.
Is that way down on the inside before the finish line?
Oh, wow.
Somebody's kicking the bike, and DePino has taken over the race lead, so I believe that may be Vincent Way. Yeah, he's trying to rock it back and forth and get it going. He's completely stuck. He continues to bury that rear tire down as he sits on the rear fender.
Wow.
So Vincent Way, oh, man, this class has just been brutal to him this week, and another issue here in this third moto.
If it hasn't been one thing, it's been 2 or 3 others for the 27. Wow, tough break. He was running strong. He was careful. He was picking his lines. You could tell he had a plan and must have just misgauged on that inside as that Husky is buried. Now taking a look back on screen, the 41 of Wood chasing down.
That's the 19 of Camden.
Camden,
so that's
yeah.
your battle for second place right now. DePino in the lead, about 8 seconds gone, but as we enter the commandments right now, that is the 19 on the right side of your screen of Austin Camden, and on the left side, jumping through, getting those doubles, as Stu Baylor had pointed out up here, getting those doubles through the commandments today for our Caleb Wood in third.
Caleb is sending it through here. Caleb very experienced in these conditions, so look at that, going a little to the outside, trying to keep the momentum up, and there it might pay off. I thought he was going to slingshot around the outside, got caught up in the thick stuff. I think he's able to keep it going moving forward. They're going to lose a little bit of ground headed back into Storyland.
The smooth line turned into the rough line, which is what we're seeing kind of everywhere on this racetrack. You find a smooth spot of the racetrack, and it goes right into a muddy section. Oh, Camden around the outside, going to weave through a few downed riders right here. These guys doing a really good job of staying back on the motorcycle and keeping that front end light, not getting stuck or buried down. And the battle will continue as we come out of Storyland. We got a rider down on the inside. I'm trying to see, is either of those DePino? Oh, and the 19 gets kind of hung up.
Camden.
Go through that deep, mucky mud right there.
There's a pass from Wood, now moves into the second place spot.
Yeah, kind of swapping through the sand section a little bit. Just keeping my eyes peeled to see. Okay, so DePino is still in the lead. Neither of those riders down coming out of Storyland were our race leader. And DePino, man, he just continues to stretch out this race lead. Oh, and that is, I think, Camden down again at the end of the sand section. Kicks it up first kick right there and is off and running again. I think he may still be in the third spot. We'll see if we see Kane Bolasina on that Husqvarna sneak into the fray, but indeed Caleb Wood is now up into second place.
And Caleb was able to catch a glimpse of your leader going the opposite direction coming out of the Thor Sand Sweeper. There is the 41, and he's been kind of locked into a battle these last couple laps, so now he's got some clean air in front of him. We'll see what the 41's able to do with it.
So with scores all over the place, we had DePino go 7-7 the first two motos. Our sheets right now are showing us that Colby Lesser, who's actually in fifth, has the points in hand to win this title, going 5-4-5. Again, just shows how much parity we've had in this mini senior 1 12-14 class, and Lesser in a position where he can maybe clinch this without even stepping foot on the podium all week long.
And I'm telling you what, he better be careful though, because Kevin DePino, if he is able to stay out front, as Lassar now moves into fourth, so that's a little bit of buffer there for Lassar. But if he falls outside that top 5, then it'll move Kevin DePino into the number 1 spot.
Absolutely. Want to make a quick announcement. Awards, as we mentioned, will begin at 2 p.m. We'll begin with race number 1 and keep going through the classes until we get caught up with the race orders. So, again, that is awards beginning at 2 p.m. today. So keep an eye on that as we move closer to that time. We're still about maybe an hour and 45 minutes away from that.
Back onto the track action here, looking at the 10 Commandments.
Starting to see kind of one main line developing through that, right, I guess the left side of the Commandments, the right side of your screen. We are not experiencing any more rain, so we're going to see the track start to dry out in some areas. Dry is a loose term because it's definitely not dry, but
thicken, I think, is the proper word.
A much better term there for sure.
It's gonna go from a soup to a cake batter out there as we're starting to see riders being able to get off the bike. The bike remains standing in some sections, and it's right now they're able to kind of push through it. Like you said, get off the back, keep the front end light, but it's going to start reaching up and grabbing these fronts here soon, especially on the smaller bikes, as we see.
I think that's Wood that's stuck right there, so that is going to be Camden going around the outside, moving back into second place as Wood is trying to get going. Boy, oh boy, it is so deep. Yeah. it just buried down in there for Caleb Wood. So, he's back going, but he just made another mistake. He tipped over as they come through the exit of Storyland right now. So Camden up ahead. I'm not sure. I think that might be Lesser actually right behind Camden now. I'm trying to see.
Oh, we're missing something because Wood's actually behind us. So.
Yeah, what you're seeing, that man, the track is dangerous. Where you talked about the dry spot, that's where you want to be, and then it leads you to Neverland.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, we should be seeing the leaders checking through the finish line right about now, and we have 3 laps complete.
So it is still the 52 checking in. And then Caleb right behind, running
3 seconds, running a faster lap time by 10 seconds. So there's my GNCC guy.
Yeah, here we
Hopefully
go.
he can come to
Man,
life for
here
this
we go
last
to the
one.
Love Fest again, that GNCC Love Fest.
Hey, I saw you sit down. I saw you sit down.
Sometimes you just have to be embarrassed sooner or later with that, I'm telling you.
And he just passed for the lead. It's our day. It's our day to just give me one day. You had the first 5.
Hats off to...
and he's in the lead.
You're killing me now.
It's okay.
He's in the lead.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Let's call it. You call it. I want you to call my Woods guy.
I'd rather not.
Caleb Wood making the move around DePino into the number 1 spot. And we're trying to see whether...
Pino in the commandments right here.
Yeah, Caleb's already through him.
Yeah,
so
Caleb,
he's
I
on
believe,
the
is getting
other
ready to
side.
be heading towards
There you go.
Storyland.
Yeah, so he just kind of snuck up and caught everybody off guard there a little bit. We'll get eyes on the 41 machine using that GNCC knowledge to his liking right now as he stays on the pegs and continues to stretch out the race lead.
Yeah, and
DeVito's still doing great in second, though. I mean, these guys are 39 seconds or 29 seconds ahead of everybody else on the racetrack.
And I mean, Caleb had a lap time 10 seconds faster than your former leader of DePino there. So Caleb really attacking the track. He still feels comfortable. He's confident. As now it looks like the 52 is taking the goggles off. That could play into this as well.
Yeah, Caleb's came off. Actually, I was, I'm biased, so I had to watch. He is family, by the way. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh, here we
go. So I had to be biased. But he pulled his turn 3, which he should never. I thought I taught him better.
We'll talk to him about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna
gonna
have to discuss this.
Fog up in the goggles.
Oh, DePino making a big mistake. I wouldn't say fog that early, but a water hole can get behind your tear-offs or your roll-offs, and just at that point, there's nothing you can do.
I would expect better prep from a GNCC guy myself. If I was the known mud dominator and that was my game,
I would. Remember, they're used to having pit stops.
I would make sure that my vision
you
was
had
key.
me up here. You had me up here. I would have been there. I would have had him a little better prepared. But we're gonna have to work on that. That'll definitely be a topic. I'm coming more prepared next year. I'm gonna give my guy.
I hope so. I'm behind you. I'm all for you,
learning
dude.
the
I
Moto
hope so.
thing.
Yeah, dude.
I'm trying.
Listen, we get your enthusiasm and we get your energy behind somebody. Hey, those guys will be champs. There's no doubt. Vincent Way got rolling again somewhere around 32nd. He's made his way back up into the number 16 spot. But it's just telling the tape for Vincent Way. I believe 4:17. Now he's sitting in 16 right now. As you said, track's been cruel to him so far this year. No doubt about that.
Well, particularly in this mini senior 1 class. He's done all right in his other class so far this week, but this one has just been unfortunately brutal for him. The white flag, by the way, is waving right now. I don't know you can call it a white flag anymore. We're starting to lean towards brown flag for the last lap of the race, but hey, last lap for these kiddos to try to get something done, and Wood now 24-second lead, still running 2:31 lap times. Everybody else well behind that right now. A 2:59 out of DePino, Austin Camden at a 2:42. So Caleb Wood, he is laying it down.
So right now, watching DePino still picking his way through on this final lap. Going to try to hang on to that second place spot. Caleb Wood.
I think I'm gonna have to make my way down there. I see you guys, but this I feel like there's going to be a lot of tears. I think the mom's already teared up over here.
Hey, we'd love to see it.
When we see you again, you'll be covered in muddy hugs.
Absolutely, yeah. I got my 2-year-old is over here, so he's cheering for
Awesome.
Cal.
That's right.
We call him Cal.
You know it. Right on. I love it.
Yeah, they got a thing. So I know he's on his feet. So I'm going to let you guys carry it from here. Thank you guys for having me.
Yes, sir.
Sounds
Stu,
good. Stu Baylor
Always a pleasure, Stu.
making his exit and headed down towards the podium area and hoping to see Caleb Wood bring it home here in this Mini Senior 1 final moto of the day. He wanted to wait for the track to get downright dirty out there to bring it home.
Hey, man, I'm excited about Stu focusing on Loretta Lynn's.
I'm
excited about him putting some effort behind it, making the preparations. And that guy, everything he does, he goes full bore. We know that. And he makes a commitment and a decision like that, man. They will be a force to be reckoned with.
Everybody knows Stu is fun. He's funny. He's cool to be around. But Stu's a warrior. He's an athlete, and he's very intelligent. He plans this stuff out great, and you're seeing it with his riders.
Look at him. Even with these cowboy boots on, he's sprinting down through there, down to the tunnel.
Nothing can slow him down. We're looking.
Absolutely not.
He's going to stop and take a picture. He's going to stop and get the
Got to get the shot.
Yep.
Man, I think that was turned the other way. I think that was a selfie while he was running.
So I believe that is Caleb Wood. Yeah, he's fist pumping.
There we go. Fist pump from Stu. You know it, man.
Caleb Wood is.
Whoa, almost wiped out. Stu spun out with the cowboy boots on, about went down.
Caleb Wood's working his way through that final turn. The white flag will be pulled back, and that checkered flag should be waving any second now. There it is, Caleb Wood. He's looking back. He's not really sure the checkered flag now waves.
Yeah, I don't know if they were 100% sure that was Wood. So Caleb pulling off. Yeah, he's pumped up now.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, Caleb Wood takes the win, and we're looking for Pino to cross the line. And I think he's going to win this championship because Lesser started having issues. Lesser fell back to 9th, so DePino, we're taking a look at our timing screen here. It looks like Kevin DePino crossing the line in 2nd place is going to win this title. Unbelievable turnaround for him. 7-7-2 scores to get it done.
Yeah, you're going to see some radical moto scores here. We've already seen it, man. That is nuts.
It's been absolutely insane, Kevin. Very few champions have a moto win this year.
Yeah, we saw a kid that didn't even get top. He got one top 10 and like a 17 and a whatever, and he got a 3rd.
Yeah, I didn't even see that one.
That was in the 65 class.
Unbelievable.
Thanks to Scott Sepkovic up here with the
yeah, for sure.
Arma smoothies. These are delightful.
There you go.
You're getting one. You'll have one here, buddy.
Yeah, right on. Thank you.
Well, I was going to get right to Caleb Wood here, but unbelievable how muddy he is, so I'm going to let him clean up. We'll crown him as the moto winner, and that one changed right there at the end. Kobe Lassard with about a lap and a half to go. It flipped, and I believe it's going to be Kevin DePino's title for finishing 2nd. He led most of the moto. He finishes 2nd. That should be enough in what's probably going to be the wildest class as far as math is concerned. We already had like the first moto winner also have a 17th or something. The other moto winner had like a 15th, so they were out of it before this moto even began. Let's get our moto winner, Caleb Wood, back up here, and then we'll talk to our champ. So we need Caleb Wood. Come on up, Caleb. All right, he stepped it up down the stretch, and he's going to be rewarded with the gold moto win for Caleb Wood. Whew, eyes probably hurting for sure. Try to let you clean up as much as we can. What was it like out there?
Oh, dude, it was brutal. My roll-offs, dirt got up under him first lap, so I had to toss him, and you know, fighting through the pack without goggles is not fun at all.
Wow. But you got a gold at Loretta's. You got to be stoked no matter how it happens.
Oh, yeah, super happy.
Who do you want to thank, Caleb?
God for keeping us safe, my mom, my dad, Stuart Bailey, the Shoals and Max, Joey Crown, Suspicious Solutions, Michelin Tires, my brother, you know, didn't have rear brakes like 20 minutes before the race, so really worked hard to get rear brakes before the race. So yeah, just Shoei helmets, LS2 goggles, Focus X gear, and everyone else I forgot. Thank you.
Moto winner for Caleb Wood. Nicely done. All right, we got to pull this muddy bike off the podium. We're going to bring up Kevin DePino's bike. Austin Camden, I think, held on for 3rd. And Vincent Way had our whole shot. So if Vincent's still around, we'll give him a whole shot award. He's had a couple of those this week. Is Austin Camden around? Austin, come on up. Pull the bike up, you're good. And then we'll give out the bronze, and then we'll crown our champ. Let's hear it for our 3rd place finisher, Austin Camden. All right, I'm sure it was nuts. Take me through that moto.
It was rough. I got a pretty good start. Crashed a couple times, but got up here, so that's good.
Who do you want to thank?
my mom, my dad, my sister, Shannon Ide, Daniel Blair, Jeff, Christina from Roost, FMF, Asterisk, O'Neill, Factory Connection, and my mechanic Kyle. That's it.
Okay, let's hear it for Austin Camden, third place. And now we clear the deck and we will bring up our new champion. We're going to bring a #1 plate to the stage as well. Silver medal, gets it done. He's going to collect the Oakley sunglasses as well. Here's the silver. I'm going to invite Mike Burkeen from the AMA to the stage to give him the big one, which is the #1. Let's hear it for Kevin DePino. #1 plate's coming. This class is already crazy with the Moto scores coming in. Did you think you had a shot at it?
I had no clue when I was going to be up here again, but, you know, my dreams came true once again, and I'm just happy about that.
And how bad was the conditions, man?
Oh, it was way horrible than this morning.
Yeah.